My husband and I used to go there every Sunday to buy all kinds of things, toiletries, really all kinds of things that we couldn't get elsewhere downtown. So it was an institution for us.
It was quite an experience going in there as a kid, especially. They had all the toys. Riding the elevator was super fun with the elevator man.
Oh, I'm always delighted when I find a price tag on something that I've had forever, and it makes me happy that SNR existed, and I'm still sad it's not.
In early April 2009, I was a novice filmmaker looking for a project to work on. I thought the SNR discount department store would be a great subject. It was one of Canada's last family-owned department stores and Kingston's favorite place to shop. And this year was its 50th anniversary. So I met with the store's owner, Michael Robinson, and asked him to hire me to make a documentary about the place. We could burn it to DVDs and give copies to the store's employees as a sort of birthday thank you. But he said no. 2 weeks later, Robinson announced the store was going out of business. I knew then that it was more important than ever to make the film. SNR was a piece of Kingston history. So I grabbed my little video camera and started shooting. I sat on the footage for 15 years until I had the time to put it all together.
I have shopped at SNR since 1961 when we came to Canada for the first time from Holland. And I have bought things for our children, for the babies, for grandchildren, toys, candles, things for the kitchen. The staff here is so unbelievably friendly. They can never do enough for you. And of course the price has always been right. On sale and not on sale, it's always just a little less than anywhere else. And it's a wonderful spot downtown. It's a great, great store.
Well, it's the heart of downtown Kingston. Like, everybody comes to shop here when everybody's downtown and when they like sightseeing and stuff like that. And it's just a great place to stop once you've been, like, if you're at the boat show or the poker run or buskers or anything like that, you always come to SNR to get your Canada flags and your hats and your sandals and everything like that. And that's what I came to get. Such a legendary store.
I've been here for almost 13 years. It would have been in August. And SNR means family to me. It's, I've grown up in the place, basically. I've had my children grow. As I worked through here, I've gotten married, bought a house. My whole life has basically been here.
I worked for a couple of majors who should go nameless in the retail industry. But I think the most meaningful piece of my work life has been with the SNR department store. A lot of good friends, and things aren't supposed to bother you that badly, but they do.
Where would you like to go?
Third floor, please.
Third floor.
I'm missing you already.
Thank you. Very nice. Thank you.
My name is Michael Robinson. I'm the owner of SNR Department Store. The store opened in 1959. It was opened by my father, Percy Robinson, my mother, Sally Robinson, and my mother's brother, Maurice Smith. A lot of people thought they were absolutely crazy to open a retail store down in this area of town, Princess and Ontario Street, because there was nothing down here other than derelict warehouses, the manufacturing steamship company, and it wasn't a retail area at all. In fact, people didn't go below King and Princess.
But Percy and Maurice were far from crazy. In fact, they were ahead of their time in recognizing that a 150-year-old limestone building in this so-called wrong part of town could be turned into something of lasting value. The building had an interesting history. Its western third was built in the early 1800s as a grocery and warehouse known as the Commercial Mart. In 1841, the building's owner hired George Brown, the architect of Kingston City Hall, to design an addition. Its round corner was a signature feature Brown included in two of his other downtown Kingston buildings. In the 1860s, the Commercial Mart became a piano factory. The first tenant was the Fox Company, then, for the next 70 years, a string of other companies and owners. Klein, Stevenson, Weber, then Wormwith. Wormwith lasted until just after the First World War. Then, again, the building became the Weber Piano Company. Weber went bankrupt in 1939, and the Canadian government bought the old piano factory. They used it as a barracks and storehouse during the Second World War, then as offices for the Department of Veterans Affairs. In 1959, Ottawa declared the building surplus and put it up for auction. Kingston City Council debated whether to buy it and turn it into municipal offices or tear it down and put it in a parking lot. Eventually, both ideas were dropped. Smith and Robinson then bought the building for $38,525.
My earliest remembrance of the store was when I was 10 years old. The store opened, and it was a crazy hot day. I think the entire city of Kingston came to the opening.
It was very crowded in the store. I remember actually being carried along with the crowd, and we were in the store for hours. I was with my mom, and we ended up just buying some soap, bars of soap, and Mom was allergic to it.
Despite a successful grand opening on September 1st, 1960, S&R faced headwinds in its first year. For one thing, the store had a lot of competitors downtown. Some of them weren't thrilled about the new, much larger operation at the bottom of Princess. Then there was the Kingston Centre, a shopping mall in the West End that had opened in 1955. It was anchored by a Simpson Sears department store. Most of those places sold new or higher-end goods. But Percy and Maurice had a different idea. They got their merchandise from stores that were going out of business or unloading damaged goods and sold it at affordable prices. As head buyer, Maurice was constantly on the road buying anything he thought S&R could sell at a discount, and he was really good at it. On day one, all the store's goods were on the first floor, but sales were so strong that within a year the partners were able to expand to the second floor, then the third. In 1966, they added a parking garage and 2 new floors that doubled their retail space. By S&R's 10th birthday, Percy and Maurice were riding high, but Maurice's health was poor, and 5 years later, in May 1975, he died of a heart attack. He was 49 years old. At the time, Percy's son Michael was a 26-year-old student at the University of Toronto, but he'd worked at S&R off and on all his life, so he came back to Kingston to help his father run the store. S&R entered a new phase of growth. In 1981, a second store in Belleville. In 1986, yet another expansion of the Kingston store. Percy Robinson died in 1988.
He said to me one day that on the day he died and was met at the pearly gate, he hoped to be able to answer for his life that he provided jobs for thousands of people. And I always thought that was a very fine goal.
S&R celebrated its 30th anniversary with a bang, but there were challenges ahead, including a recession. And in 1990, the store's full-time workers unionized. Right before the critical Christmas season, they went on strike. The strike got testy sometimes.
You have been impeding people. He has.
But 5 months later, the sides reached a settlement. After the strike, S&R settled right back into doing what it did best.
We sell name brand merchandise for less than normal retail prices.
You can come in here, and somebody knows your name. You're not a faceless person.
The store's advertising made sure its employees weren't faceless either. Staff or their kids sometimes modeled clothes for S&R's newspaper ads, so they became familiar to customers. And the kids got a kick out of seeing their picture in the paper. S&R's TV ads could be a hoot.
Driver, stop the car. Put these in the boot. I wonder if they sell polo mallets. S&R. Savings for royals, perhaps.
People enjoyed S&R's ads and appreciated its low prices. And people also liked just wandering around in the store. 3 floors crammed with just about anything you could ever want or need.
Any girl that comes here knows that they have their $1 earring.
The classics.
Most shoppers had no clue that most of this stuff came into the store through a trap door in the sidewalk.
But yeah, they throw the boxes down here. We receive them. I'd pile the boxes up on these here. And then we'd push them down here and you'd load them on the elevator.
But if S&R's receiving system was a throwback, so was its decision to employ elevator operators. It hired several over the years, but the last one became a bit of a local celebrity, inspiring a Facebook fan page and even a song.
I'm the S&R elevator man.
This is the top floor. This is it.
Come on in, I'll give you a smile. Tell me what floor and I'll go the extra mile. 'Cause I'm the S&R elevator man.
These unique touches endeared customers to the store and kept them coming back. And Michael Robinson's management style kept key staff from leaving.
I've really enjoyed the opportunity working, and I get to work for an ethical guy who works pretty hard himself. And I don't know if I would have been quite so eager to work hard for a guy who was sitting on the beach eating bonbons while we kept his business running. But seeing him in here 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week, and putting a lot of effort into it himself, it makes it a lot easier. Makes you feel like he's part of the team as well.
When you work for corporate America or one of those companies, it's all top down. It's always top down. And here a lot of things come from the bottom up. You get feedback from the staff and you react to it, and it makes it a much more friendly atmosphere other than just reading memos and you have to do this and you have to do this and you have to do this, and it's all about bottom line. Maybe if we'd been about bottom line we wouldn't be closing, but it was more about the family atmosphere here than anything else.
But by 2009 the writing was on the wall. Flagging sales, more competition, lower margins, fewer American tourists, and a doubling of the provincial assessment, which would have caused S&R's property taxes to soar. Robinson knew the store was unsustainable. So, one morning in mid-April, he gathered his 80 staff and told them that S&R had reached the end of the line. When the news went public, the reaction was immediate. Letters to the editor, a candlelight vigil of people worried about how the store's closure would affect the downtown. A free movie night for S&R staff organized by a local theater. And this.
Thank you very much for joining us here to say goodbye to S&R, but most importantly, thank you to S&R.
If only time would drag so slow, finding you love.
And it's lovely to see so many of our community out and all the faces from S&R. S&R was the place that generated success precisely because it was unassuming and commiserated with our human desire for shared experience and a humane physical scale and place.
Yeah, the ceremonial cut has been made.
Okay.
We'll get someone else to
We'll see you over the next 3 weeks. I mean, we got about another 3 weeks to go here, and thank you for your support and for being here today.
In previous weeks, the stockroom had been mostly emptied out and the shoes, toys, hardware, and clothes moved from the 3rd and 2nd floors to the ground floor. S&R had come full circle. Just like it was 50 years ago on opening day, everything S&R had to sell was on the 1st floor. It was crunch time. Staff had to clean up and sell off as much merchandise and as many fixtures as they could before the store closed for good.
Packing the cardboard even too. It's a heavy job. But somebody has to do it.
It's been so smooth that it's been sad because we've had no bumps, everybody's just kind of working together, closing down the store, and we were expecting bumps and we haven't had any bumps.
It's slowed down a lot. Other than that, just the higher discounts now. Hopefully.
Compacting everything.
Yeah, hopefully it goes by fast.
Yeah.
10 days to go.
Things are looking empty. Very empty. Very empty.
When we first opened the store, we were just on the first floor of the original building, and then we went to the second floor, and then we went to the third floor, and then we put the expansion on, and then we did the second expansion. So it was always about growing and getting bigger and better. And to see the whole thing come down over it, you know, from 50 years of work to build it up, and then the whole thing come down to you know, a few racks on the first floor, single cash, and it's pretty hard.
Firm?
No, I would put no further discount because you have to make it pretty clear for a few people.
I'm going to run out of space.
No further.
I need a skinnier marker.
Come on.
It's a long time. She was very young.
Life in retail goes through an evolutionary process, and unfortunately today it's the day that S&R closes. It's both happy and sad. It's sad when a store like S&R closes. It changes a downtown like Kingston, but it's also a happy day for Michael Robinson, who's put his heart and soul into this store for so long, and will be opening a new chapter of his life.
All these little pieces were integral parts of the operation. Now they're garbage.
Good evening, shoppers. The store is now closed. Please make your way out to the Ontario street doors, and thank you for shopping at S&R.
Bye.
Well, enjoy your retirement.
Hopefully it'll be short-lived. Thank you.
Bye.
Gonna
Bye.
miss it.
We're gonna miss the store.
Gonna miss it. Oh, don't
Great.
make me cry.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
Now here?
Oh, all
Okay.
right.
All right, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Last customers.
Take care. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Pleasure to meet you.
That's it. That's all.
25 cents pop and sport a logo will be missed. I will miss coming here and buying all my clothes and birthday presents. Definitely the elevator guy. Loved him. S&R will always have a place in my heart, and the stories we tell are children.
I grew up in Kingston, and S&R was just a big part of growing up in Kingston. And then I decided to get this tattoo because my name is Stuart, my younger brother is Riley, so it gave it a wonderful double meaning.
Well, I grew up in Kingston, and I spent a lot of time running around S&R in the toy department and in the record department, so we had to do this. It's nostalgia, it's classic Kingston, and we just knew everyone would love these.